Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. We're back for some more of the Paper Mario 1000 Year Door on the Nintendo Switch. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we just went on a hunt for some star pieces, made our return back to the Great Tree, and also head on over to the left-hand side of Roadport so that we can go and try to meet up with that Don Pianta. But before we can actually go and do anything about that, we did have to go through a passcode questionnaire to at least get the door unlocked. So we are going to be heading off into that said Don Pianta hideout that will be going on within this video for today. But right now, here in this episode, we are just currently going after some other different star pieces here, and as well, we're going to have to make our return back to the Roadport sewers for an interesting thing that is going to be happening, and we're going to be seeing that in just a little bit, and that is going to be right over here where this said mysterious pipe is. Now, if you guys remember, we've seen this before, but we couldn't do anything about it because we didn't have the swim ability for Mario here, but now since we do, we could have went and originally did this before all the way back in Chapter 2, but I guess for right now, I decided to do this here just before heading off into Chapter 3, so it's good enough that we're going to be taking care of this now before we go and actually worry about heading into the actual Glitz Pit, because there's going to be a whole bunch of other different things that are going to be going on when we go and start heading off into the Glitz Pit, and there is going to be at least some bit of some helpful rewards that will go on within having Merlee here. So we're going to go for the specialized path. We're going to go for the full 50 coins right there. Make sure that you actually have enough coins for them. There is different other paths. You got like the cheap path, the normal path. They're not really all that too great. But however, the special path is going to be the one that we're going to be doing. Now, I don't know if there's like a set maximum amount of battles that you could go and do with having Merlee here, because I know that at some point, this type of casting of the spells are not going to be lasting for too long. So you don't want to be doing too many amount of battles, because then you'll be using up way too much amount of with having Merlee alongside with you. But, from what Merlee can go and do is that Merlee has a lot of good benefits that will be happening around within your way. And if you do actually lose out on your special path, that you could go and repay for it again, and she'll be there once more. So we'll probably go and do that again, maybe before heading off into like the end game portion, just so that we can at least have her, so that if we ever do need the rewards. But the rewards that she can actually give you is that like she can give you extra more EXP. Give you more extra money during an actual end of battle. Not only that, but she can actually boost up your stats as well too, which that's also pretty nice. I believe you could get a boost of defense or even like a boost of attack, just to go and help you out for like within a said enemy battle or even boss battle, because Merlee can sometimes actually go and appear within that said type of way as well too. But within these two videos for today, not only are we just going to be doing out here with a course of just doing Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, but we're also going to be doing some as well with the Persona 4 Let's Play. We are meeting up with Rise at this point in time. That is another new character that we'll be at least having within our team some point later on within the game. It's just that for right now, we are knowing that she is going to be the next Midnight Channel person that we're going to have to go and try to rescue out there. We have not been into the dungeon yet, so we can't really go and do anything about what they're for right now. There's plenty of other different social linking and other main parts of the story that we still have to go through, so we'll have to go and take care of that, which we are going to have to do within that said episode. So here's Don Pianta's cronies here. These guys are just like a bunch of cowards and goofballs out here. They think that they're all tough and mighty, but sometimes they just are very big scaredy cats out here. So this Don Pianta guy wants us to go and find the daughter, which that is Francesca, and also have to go and find his assistant, Frankie. And it seems like they went off and having some sort of love romantic relationship, and it seems like Don Pianta's not really a big fan of that type of situation that's going on right there. Now, he is kind of like that overprotective father, just like what we're kind of seeing right now in the whole entire part of like Persona right now, even though that Dojima's not really like the actual said father, but he's just acting like a father figure to us right now currently, since we're kind of just staying within Inaba during the time of that situation going on. And mind you, speaking about within said Persona, I just went and currently bought Persona 5 Royale, and I did do some research to see which type of port is the better version for said Persona 5, and I actually did go and buy the Nintendo Switch version, because it seems like the Switch version is the better one compared to the other ones for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but I just went and searched, but it said that the Switch version is extremely better. So can't wait till I go and see what that is going to be all about there. Now that game, I want to say, for me personally, is that I'm going to have to go into that blindly because I have no idea what Persona 5 is all about. Now, currently, I am playing Persona 4, so I don't know if that's going to have a little bit of a tie-in with what's going on with Persona 5, so we'll just have to see there. Now, speaking about with the said Persona games, I believe there has been some detail that it seems like for next year, we're going to be potentially getting Persona 6, because it seems like there's like an anniversary or something that's going on for what's happening within that said series. Because right now, with the 2024, it seems like there's been a lot of different Persona games coming out, right? Like, we got like I want to say, like, at this point, we got some sort of, like, new Persona, like, 5 game that's, like, happening with, like, another type of, like, spin-off thing that's going on. I believe it's, like, only a beta version somewhere, like, in China at this point in time. I don't know why it's all the way in China. I don't know why it hasn't shown all the way up here yet. Probably it's, like, another one of those, like, gacha games or something. I know there was, like, a dancing game for, like, the Persona series for, like, quite a while. Like, you had, like, the dancing one for, like, Persona 3, and then one for 4, and then one for 5. Never really tried any of those. Must probably be like something like Dance Dance Revolution or something. So yeah, so now basically the assistant and Francesca are just going and saying sorry about the whole situation. And it seems like the dad doesn't really care at this point in time because they already went and kind of had their romantic relationship anyways. So off they go and they're going to do something else instead. Now, I know that at some point we are going to have to come back over to Don Piazza at some point later on throughout the different chapters. We're going to kind of see this guy kind of slumped over and he's not going to be looking the greatest. And we're going to have to like try to help him, make him at least somewhat a little bit more happy along our way out here. But for right now, he's just kind of in this type of weird state at this point in time. But we got the blimp ticket, so we're just only one more step closer into heading off into Glitzville at this point. Yep, so next up is going to be Glitzville. Let's go and head on out. And we still have that Shy Sprite just kind of just chilling there in the background there. Yeah, and we still have to go and use up with Bobbery, which unfortunately we do not have Bobbery at this point in time, so we kind of have to wait off for there. Alright, so all the way down over here, this is where we can find the Access Express and also where this whole blimp area is going to be. And first things first, before we go and actually worry about anything else, well, we got some star pieces to go and find. And we're going to have to find the one star piece that's going to be all the way at, I think, somewhere around the far end of this said Access Express train. So, yeah, just kind of have to just bounce around a little bit, and then there we go, got the star piece that we do need for that. And however, there is going to be one that's going to be somewhere around where this Cheep is going to be happening as well. Yes, so we do have our free blimp ticket. Now, not to worry, even though that, like, you may probably think that we'll, like, at some point, if we ever do need to return back over there, if we have to go and pay or something like that, not to worry. I believe this blimp ticket will actually be stuck with you for quite a while. So it is like a forever type of item that you can always go and use back and forth between it. It's kind of like almost like somewhat of like a railway type of pass or something. Like you could just literally just use it at like whatever type of moment if you ever do need to. So we do have like a blimp pass, so we could just basically just go back and forth between the said different areas, and we don't have to really go out of our way to like repay out for anything. I know that in what was it, Yokai Watch 3, the series that we just went and did before, that whole entire thing is absolutely frustrating. That you actually do have to buy an actual like day ticket every single time that you go and use the train. That is like super annoying. I'm glad that they actually gave you an option where you can just use the what was it, the Mirapo for all the other different areas that you went and unlocked so far, and then you don't ever have to worry about using a train ever again, which that like takes so much like it just saves you like so much money without having to just spend out that $3.50 whatever amount of yen there for that one. Alright, so here we go, and we're almost close to Glitzville here. Mario can see it just right in the distance. And there it is, the one that is just floating around up in the sky here. Now, I'm just going to say here is that once we go into Chapter 3, you will love Chapter 3 much better than what Chapter 2 is. Let me just say. I'm glad that we got majority of all the star pieces in that area. I don't think there's any more that we have to go and find, so that's already been taken care of, and Chapter 2 is, like, I want to say at least completed off within that said dungeon area, so that's all good. So here we are, finally on outside, and before we go and end off with the episode, there is going to be one more star piece to go and search for here. And there's going to be some other things that will be showing up within Glitzville as well too before heading off into the Glitch Pit, but that will all be getting taken care of within the next episode. And there's Rockhawk as well. We just kind of saw a picture of him too. But anyways, this is going to be the outro for today. See you guys in the next one for what Paper Mario 1000 Year Door is going to be. And of course, peace.